So what is Docker file and how to write a Docker file and what are the Docker keywords and all. And with the help of that, right? So last class we created so many like Tomcat containers and all, and how to install, how to download so Maven and all, and how to download Jenkins war file, and how to create images and how to create containers and all. Last class we seen, right? And also last class we discussed, right, what is Docker volume. So this is also very important. So Docker volume is nothing but so if you want to persist your data permanently in our host file system, and that case we go for Docker volume. So that case we go for Docker volume. So as of now I am creating containers and I am deleted containers. So do we have any backup that my container data? If I have any important data, any configuration data, or if you have any user data and all. Right now I am not maintaining anything in my so file systems, right? So now I want to maintain. So now I want to maintain even though so my container is deleted. So I need that data. So that case mostly we go for so Docker volume concept. So
మార్కొండ రికార్డింగ్ స్టార్ట్ చేసావా?
yes, already it is recording.
ఓకే.
Okay. So that case mostly we go for so Docker volume concept. And so the only one thing is a backup. So even if my container is deleted, I want to I want to save that data in my file systems. So that case mostly we go for so Docker volume, and volumes are two types. So one is Docker volume and Docker bind volume also is there. So that is and all we'll see. Now Docker, right? So now already last class we seen, right? So how to so if you want to check how to check the Docker volumes and all, how to check Docker volumes. So these are the commands, right? Last class we seen. So Docker volume, so ls means it display existing volumes and all. So if we have any volume and all, so we can use so Docker volume ls. If you want to create so Docker volume create, already right, last class we seen. So Docker volume create, and we are giving a volume name. We are giving a volume name. Okay, so we are giving volume name. So where is this path and all? Already we seen, right? So we'll see that continuation and all, how it work. Now, as of now, you know how to create volume, how to remove that volume, how to check that volume. Now I want to attach that volume to my container. So already everyone know how to create containers and all. And so we are, right, how to start connect that containers also we know. Now I want to attach my volume to my particular container. I want to attach my volume to the particular container. So how to attach and all, and how to create containers and all we'll see. So first let me connect my instance. So this is get bash. So anyone any doubt yesterday class? Docker file and all how to write. Okay. So now yesterday I created a few values, right? So Docker volume ls. Docker volume ls means it will display. First let me service sudo hyphen I, and so service. Let me start Docker service. Docker start. Next. So I want to check so Docker images. How many images we have? I have multiple images here, and Docker ps hyphen a. So images I have only one image, and just remove all that image containers. This is my container, right? Docker rms, and only one container id, right? Just copy and paste it, that's it. If we have multiple containers, we can remove. Now I want to remove so all images and all. So Docker rmi hyphen f, so dollar, so Docker images hyphen q. Okay, so now I deleted all images. Right now I don't have any images. Right now I don't have images. I don't have any containers also. Now first take it how many volumes we have. So Docker volume, this is the syntax. Docker volume ls means right, this is Linux command, ls and Linux only. It will display all. So now here so it will display my So it will display my volumes. So this is my volume. And so if you create manually volume, so we can give that name. For example, while creating container, if we give that volume path, it is generating one ID. So this is default generated by Docker itself. So that case we can see this IDs and all. Okay. Now, now observe here. So now observe here, I want to create one volume. So what is the syntax? Docker create. So Docker create, sorry, Docker volume create, Docker volume create and volume name. So volume name means, for example, I want to, so test3 volume. I want to create a test3. Now check it, Docker volume ls. Now I have see here like this. So if you then right now, as of now, I created manually volume. So where is this path and all? So you know, right? Where is this path? A default volume path. So where is this path? cd space variable
Valid
lib and so
variable.
Docker and volume. So this is the path. So here we can check your volumes and all. Now see here. So this is your volume. So these all are your volume. So now see here, by default these all are directories only. See here, these all are directories only. You know, right? Which is directory, which is the file. So the first character, if you see here, this is hyphen means this is a files only. If you see D means directory, if you see L means linked file. So anyway, these all are directories only. This is the directory. This is also directory. This is also directory. If you want to, we can check it. For example, test3. So do you have anything? Now check it. So default. So this is generated by Docker underscore data. So underscore data. This is the underscore data. So if you go here, cd space underscore data. We don't have anything. Now we can check it. So just this is the empty value. Right now I didn't use. Just now I created the value. I don't have any data in this my volume path. So in this my volume path. So now I want to create one container. So that particular container I want to attach this value. I want to attach this value. So how to attach and all. Okay. So let me open that document we can easily understand. So everything I noted, just to follow same thing. And so if we already know how to create ls and how to create that volumes and all, we can queue hyphen name also. So this is the default path and all. If you want to, we can check it. And I want to attach my volume to so my container. Now how to create container, everyone know how to create container. I hope everyone know. So there is two ways we can create volumes. There is two ways we can create volumes. So first I am following same document. Next I will show you different way also. Okay. So now I am going to create one container. And so this is my hyphen v, this is my volume path, and this is my container path, and this is my image name. Now see here. So this is my volume. What is my volume name? So test3, right? Let me come outside. We can create directly here also, no problem. So anyway, I'm coming outside. So anyway, I'm coming so outside. Okay, ls. Okay, clear. 1 second. Okay. So now I don't have any containers all. I don't have any images also. Now I don't have any containers. So Docker images. Okay. Now volume, Docker volume ls. Docker volume ls. So now these are my volumes. Now see here, I'm going to create one container. So run, Docker run hyphen it. So Docker run hyphen it. Now I'm giving a hyphen v. This is the volume. So this is the volume. So the hyphen v is nothing but volume and a volume name. What is your volume name? Test3 colon. And so if you want to, we can pass a container path. In container also, I want to create a same name. Same here I created, right? So here, this is your container path. Whatever name you want to, we can give it. So for example, in container also, I want to create a same test3. So if we create a default, first let me create a IT and Ubuntu. So do we have any value for this container? No. So just now I created one container. So if you see this container, we don't have any volume here. Now see here ls. Now observe here. So do we have anything? Here we have default. These are the default directory structure. So this is coming from Ubuntu only. Okay. Now I'm going to create one more container, control PQ. So control PQ, just I'm coming outside the container. Now see here, same. So docker run -it, docker run -it, -v. So which value you want to attach this particular container? I want to attach test3. I want to attach test3, and this is container path. This is whatever you want we can use. For example, I am using c underscore test3. For your understand, whatever name you want we can give it. That is up to you only. That is up to you only. You don't have any restrictions. Whatever you want we can give it. So now for your understand, this is my volume and this is my container path. So this is c means I given for naming convention container path and image name Ubuntu. That's it. So now container is created. Earlier I created, this is a normal container, right? Now check it, ls. Now see here, here we can see one path. So here we can see one path. So here we can see one path. Now what is happening here? So now this is my, so this is my container, right? So this is my container, and so here just assume this is here my Docker is available here, correct? My Docker software and all here available. So this is my path, right? So variable, so lib, and so Docker and volume. So here I created one volume, right? So volume, here I created one volume. So what is my volume name? So test3. This is my test3. So it is under Docker only. It is under Docker only, test3. Now I created one container. So for this container I attached my volume. So I attached one volume. So I attached one volume, right? So now here, so I created one container. So this is the syntax. So docker run -it, docker run -it, and I given a v and volume name. So this is your volume name, colon. So slash, this is your container. In container, which directory you want to create, same name. Whatever you want, we can give it. So for example, if you want to DevOps, we can give DevOps. Or if you want to give project name, for example, my project underscore so data. So we can give, so like this. So here I can pass here name. So hyphen v test data, this is underscore data, whatever name, and this is the image name. This is the syntax, image name, whatever name we can pass it, that is up to you only. So whatever name. So as of now here I given which one? So here I given which one? So here I given which one? So this is my path. So docker run -it, docker run -it. So this is docker run -it -v, volume name test3 colon container path c underscore I given test3, and I given image name, image name. So now here one directory is created. Here one directory is created. C underscore test3. C underscore test3 by default it is creating. C underscore test3 by default it is creating so on. So default it is creating that one. Now understand, right? So earlier we don't have any directory, right? This is a volume. I didn't attach any volume to container. Now attached volume to container. Now go to this directory cd space c underscore, give that name, and ls remain store. I don't have anything, right? Now I'm going to create one file. For example, here I'm going to create so touch space, touch space. For example, I created one any file. For example, Docker file. Just assume Docker file. Okay, I created one file name Docker file. That's it. Now if you see here ls. So this is a container volume path. This is your container volume path. Now I'm coming outside, control PQ, control PQ. Now I'm coming to host. Now check whether that file is available in my volume path or not. td space slash variable slash lib slash docker slash and volume slash next test3 test what is this? Let me check it. What is this? uh, test3, right? cd space test3 and ls, and go to this. This is the default generated by Docker only, you don't worry. So come to here now. So now in container path, in container volume path, I created one file. So what is the volume concept means, if anything created in our that particular path, of anything if you place in the particular directory, that and all we can see in our volume path also. Now check it whether that file is available or not. See here, automatically it is available in this path also. This is your volume path, that is your container path, that is your container path. In container I created one file, so automatically that is visible, that is accessible in our volume path also. Now here I am going to create one file, such space, for example devapps.txt file I created. So this is which path? This is my volume path, this is my volume path. So now I created one more file is app dots, for example some. So for example Jenkins file I created, so Jenkins.txt file. Okay, I created two files. Now this file, so is it accessible to container path? Now see here, this is the scenario. If anything created here, if anything created here, automatically that file is available here also. So this is here I created one file, right? So Docker file I created one file name. Automatically this file is visible, this file is accessible in our volume path also. Automatically, vice versa, same like this. So this is two-way direction. So this is like a two-way direction. If we create anything here, so if we create anything here, so that the files and all we can see in our volume path. In volume path, if you modify, if you update, if you create anything, automatically that is reflected in our container path also. So this is a very simple story only. Now I created one volume, and this volume I attached to container. So if you have whatever important files, whatever configuration files, whatever which data you want important, so that files and all we need to keep it in the particular path. So automatically that is we can access in our volume path. Now see here. So now I am in volume path. Now I created two files. Now observe here. Here we have two files. Correct? Three files total. Now let me connect container docker ps-a. Now which is the this container, right? I attached this container. Okay, now connect this container. What is the syntax? I want to connect to the container. What is the command? I want to connect to the container. What is the command? Docker
Docker
exec
exec hyphen
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 interactive terminal and container id. Paste it and prompt. Which one?
slash bin
This is the
slash
bash
bash.
only, right? This is the default process. This is the default process bash only. I want to connect bash. Okay, that's it. So now check it here. Now go to your volume path, that is your container path. So cd space c underscore now ls. See here, automatically we can see that files and all in our container path. So now if I am going to delete one file, rm space, right, rm space hyphen f, I am deleting so docker file. I am deleting one file. rm space, I am deleting so devapps. Now see here, I have only one file. Let me check it in our volume path. Control PQ. I am coming outside. So ls. Now see here, automatically it is deleted or not? Automatically deleted or not? So here, anyone any doubt here? Clear guys? So this is scenario. If anything modified here, automatically that is updated. So let me update this file vi Jenkins file. Okay, insert. So welcome to so volume. Okay, welcome to volume. Just escape colon x. I saved this content. Now connect your container. Already we have, right? So this is docker exec bash. Now coming to here, cd space c underscore test data ls and cat space. Right? What is the cat command? So cat means it will display content of your file. I want to see content. I want to see data in my file. So this is the command cat space Jenkins file. Now see here. Now anyone any doubt here? I hope clear, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So now what is my here? I am going to delete this container. I am going to remove this container. Now what about my data? Now I am going to remove this container. So whether the data is safe in our volume file or automatically it will lose. So now check it. Now I am going to delete this container. Now see here. So this is my container, right? So docker. Now where I am in here, right? So control PQ. Now I want to docker ps-a. I want to remove the container. So docker rm space -f. So now I'm going to remove this container. Now I'm going to remove. So before removing, so I'm creating one file here. So as of now, we can see only one file, right? So now cat space Jenkins file. Now I'm connect now. So now I'm going to remove the container. Now see here. So docker rm space container id. Now I remove the container. Now see here. So cannot remove because container is running, right? I want to remove forcefully. What is the arguments? -f. Okay, now I removed it. So even if your container also removed. So now see here docker ps -a docker ps. Now I have only one container. Now check the data. So now I removed that container. So what about my data? So what about my data? That data and all we can persist permanently in our volume. Now check it whether this file is available or not, or automatically it is deleted. Ls. Now see here Jenkins file. Now see here cat space Jenkins. So this is the story. So very simple only, but try to understand. Okay. So what is volume? Volume is nothing but if you want to persisting your data permanently, even my container is deleted, I want to take backup that data. So that case we go for Docker volume concept. So that case we go for Docker volume concept. Clear guys? Anyone any doubt? Yes or no? Yes, I. Now one more. Now can you attach this? Can you attach this volume to multiple containers? Can I attach this volume to multiple containers? They will ask interview question. So can I attach my volume to multiple containers? Is it possible or not? So now I have one container, right? Now I'm going to create two more containers. Just assume I am creating one container. Can you put on mute, please, someone? So this is I have one already I have volume, right? So now can I attach this volume to this container? Can I attach this volume to this container? Is it possible or not? So anyone any guess, is it possible or not possible? So now already I have volume. Already I have my volume. So now I already attached this volume to one container. Now I deleted that container. Even if I not deleted also, can I attach this volume to other containers? Is it possible or not?
Yeah, possible.
So 100% possible. That is only file system path, right? Like directory only, right? So we can use this container. Now I'm going to create two more containers. I'm going to create two more containers. So this is the one more container, and this is another container u2. So for two containers, I am giving same volume path I am attaching. Now help me. So what is the command I want to create? So now so Docker. Now tell me syntax how to attach your volume to container. I want to create container, and also I want to attach this volume to v. Only syntax is -v test 3 slash. So for example, I am using c underscore. Just assume this is the container one. This is the container that is I am giving to here also I can give pass name also if you want to we can give. So if you want to we can give -t and also image name Ubuntu. Now container is created. Now check it. So ls. Now see here cd space c underscore. Now whatever data available in automatically we can reflected here also. Now that is my already existing that is my volume, right? In that volume already I have one file. So now touch space, for example u1.txt file for your understanding purpose. Now I'm giving control, I'm coming outside the container without stop, control pq. Now I'm going to create one more container. Now see here docker run, same command on, right? So docker run I'm giving, so ubuntu container 2, and also same path only. Here I'm giving just a path exchanged the for identification purpose. That's it. So now see here ls. Now go to here. Now in this path, how many files we can see? Only one file, only two files, or no files? Anyone guess? Already in my volume I have one path. I connected container. On that container I attached that volume. There also I created one file. Now same volume I am attaching to one more container. Here how many files we can see? Only one or two or none?
Two files.
So already volume is there. In that volume I have one file, correct? Now that volume I attached to another container. In that container path I created one more file. Now I'm created one more container. I given same volume path. Now how many files here?
Two files.
Two or one?
Two.
Let me check it. So now see here, automatically we can see two. Now see here, touch space. I am giving .txt file here. This is our second container, right? Now I created. Now total we have three files. Now control PQ. I'm come outside the container. Now check here. Now how many files we can see here in our volume path? One, two, or three? Total
3.
how many files?
Three.
Three files. So let me check it. Now see here. Now I'm going to create here one more file. Touch space. For example, so devapps dot conf config file I created. Now let me connect my one container docker ps -a. So now see here, see docker exec -it. What is this? I want to connect one container, any container. Okay. Now bash mode. This is my default process, right? Now observe here. Here how many files we can see? cd space in this container path u2. Correct. Now here how many files we can visible? How many files we can see here? 2, 3, or 4, 5. How many files? Already we have three files. Just now I created one file. Now total how many files visible here? Four
Four
files.
files. Four.
Total visible how many files will. Now I'm going to remove both containers. Control PQ. Now I don't want these containers. So now I don't want these containers. I'm going to delete these two containers. So docker rmi, docker rmi. So docker rmi, rm only, right? Container rm space. So give that container IDs. Copy this. I pasted here space. I have only two, right? Manually I'm copying, paste it. Now both are running, right? We need to use -f forcefully. Okay, I deleted. Now observe here. Now here how many files? Now I am in volume path. Now how many files we can see here? Even though my containers are deleted. What is the story? Even containers also removed. I want to persist my data permanently in my volume path, right? So here we can see. Hello? Hello?
Sorry, sir.
Can you put on mute, please? Now see here. Total how many files we can see here? Total we can see four files. Now got it, right? Now data is safe. Even your containers are removed, deleted. Unfortunately, that configuration file, some of important files and all we can maintain in our volume path. So anyone, any doubt, guys? Clear? If you are clear, I'm going on to next one more command.
These are only path or container data. These are
This is
u1.txt. These are the files, na?
These all are files. Now I removed
Okay.
those containers. Now that
Yeah.
files are safe in my volume path. I created one volume, right? What is my
Yeah.
volume
Yeah.
name? This is my volume name, right? Test3 is my volume name. But this is the
Yeah.
default path. So the data
Okay.
and all saving only here only. Your volume name under a
Well.
volume.
Okay. If we delete this one, u1.txt, I mean,
No,
files,
we can delete, right? RM space,
data
RM
will be
space.
existing.
Now we can, this is your local file, local host file, right?
Oh, yeah.
Now automatically it will gone. There is no, right? What is this?
Okay.
U3 not there, right? U2.
U2, U1 and
U2
U2.
dot dash. Okay. Do you want S? Okay. Now ls. Now see here. Now I removed. This is same story. Remaining story same only. Like Linux.
Okay.
If you don't want,
Okay.
we can remove rm space f and so u1 dot txt. I don't want. So now we can see only. Now we can see only. Now if you attach this volume to any container, we can see these files that container also.
Okay. Okay.
So that is the story. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now let's move on to one more. Now if we come to here, now these are same only. Just try it. Same thing. This is same only. Already I explained, right? So those and all. Now container to container. Now second story is now this is already. Now let me clear all these things. Control F. Now this is my volume, right? So now I'm going to create. So this is my volume, and I created one container. So here my volume name is, what is my volume name here? So this is my volume, and here my volume name is test3. Correct. Now this volume I attach it to this container. Just assume this is the container one. So this I attach it to this container. So if you want to attach, so this is a command, right? Already you know same command I am going to run. So now we are running this command. So docker run. So -it and -v, and so this is the test3 colon container. See underscore whatever you want. That is your name. Whatever you want, that is your wish. Ubuntu. This is image name. Not only Ubuntu, you can select any image. That is your wish. So now, so here what directory is created? C underscore one directory is created. Test3. Now my target is, now if I create one more container, I can easily attach this volume to this container, right? Here anyone any doubt?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, should we mandatorily create volume in that varlib Jenkins path, or we can create it in any
That is
path and use
default
it?
path. That is
Yes,
the
sir.
default path. If you install Jenkins, what is the default path?
Varlib Jenkins.
If you install Tomcat, where is default path?
User local tomcat.
Somewhere, right? If you create
Yes,
any, so already this is my host machine, right? So this is
yes,
my
sir.
host. On top of we are installing the Docker software, correct? So
Yes, sir.
under the Docker, so by default there is a volume also one. The volume one directory is there. Under this directory only, whatever we created, those and all under here only. That is the
Yes, sir.
default
Okay.
path. So
Yes,
if
sir.
you want to check it, we can. Here also we can check it. Now we don't have any containers, right? Now let me show you.
Mm.
Now Docker ps hyphen, that is the default path only. Now anyway, we'll see this one. Now I created, this is my volume, and I created one container, I attached it. Now if I want to one more container, what the story already know, right? So while creating the container, we are giving this volume path to this container. Now here my question is, can I attach this volume to this volume? Container 1 volume to container 2. Already here I given one name.
Yes, sir.
Already I given one name. Correct? So this is
Yes,
my
sir.
container volume, right? This is my container path. So from this container, I want to attach this volume to container 2. So that is the story here. Now see here. Now, so now I given C container name and volume from the container 1. So this is the syntax. This is the syntax. Already here I created one. Here I created one container. So already here I created one container. So this is the one container, anyone, or maybe this is cat. Already this is explanation and all. We can go through this. Okay. Now here, so now here concept means now I want to. So now I'm going to create two containers. I am attaching to container one volume to container two. That's it. Now first I'm going to create one container. Same story only. So Docker run -it -v, and so this is the test3 and colon. So this is a C underscore. For example, container 1. This is a C1 underscore 1. This is the test 3 I given and Ubuntu. Okay. Now, so for this I am giving one name, container name. So here I am giving a container 1. So okay, or C1. Simply I am giving a C1. So this is my container name. Now my container is created. Now here there is no everything clear, right? So this is my path and all. Now control PQ. Now I want to attach from container to container. I want to attach this volume to container. Already container is created. In this container already attached one volume, correct? So now directly if you want to create, we can create like this also. Or directly from container 1 to container 2 also we can attach it. So if you want to do like this, this is the syntax. This is the syntax. Now observe here, Docker run -it container 1 -v remaining story same only. Remaining story same only. So now see here -hyphen name container 2 and here from. This is the same only. Now we need to use this command. This is the syntax. Now same thing I am using. See here. So Docker run -it. So hyphen name. I'm giving so C2. This is the container name. Okay. Now which container? Hyphen volume from. Hyphen volume from. Okay. So now I'm giving a container. So now see here container 1. Now hyphen volume from. So from which container? C1 container. Next image is same only. Ubuntu. Now observe here. Already for C1 already attached volume. So now from C1 to I am creating a C2 container. Automatically I want to attach this volume. That's it. What is this? Hyphen volumes volumes spelling type. So this is volumes hyphen from. Yes. Hello. Who is this? Someone is asking. Anyone any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, let me delete this one. Already container 2 layer, right? Again I am going to create. So Docker, I didn't give IT, that is I exited state. Docker RM, just I am removing. I missed that IT. We need to see, right, whether it is created or not. So now clear. Now I am using same thing only. So Docker run -it, or we can give hyphen -it, and this is the new container C2 from hyphen volume from already for C1 attached volume. I am creating a container. So now check it here. Now check it here. See here C1 container volume attached to C2 container. That folder name. That's I didn't mention manually. Just whatever volume attached to C1, that volume automatically assigned to container 2 also. Now check it. cd space. Remaining story same only. C1 ls. Now see here C1 dot. Now C1, right? Now I am creating one file here. Touch space abc.txt. Now this is test2, right? Now control PQ. Now coming to ls. Now go to here, which is the C1 container. cd ps-a. Now docker exec -it. I am containing C1 bash ls. Now cd space C1 underscore test ls. Now see here container to container I given link path. container to container, I given link path. So now see here, in actually ABC, this is I created from C2 container only, C2 container. Now I connected to C1 container, just I check. Here I am going to create one more container, touch space, for example, C1.txt, container 1, right? C1.txt. Now I'm coming outside, control PQ, and so control PQ. Anyway, I come outside, right? Okay. Now Docker PS Docker exec. I'm connecting. So this is one, right? Now I'm connecting two. So exe hyphen I2 and container 2 means C2 bash, or we can use container ID also. Both are same only, right? Now check it. CD space C1 underscore, but path is same only. Both container path is same only. So both are reflected here. Both are reflected here. Now clear, guys? Anyone any doubt here? I want to give link between two path, container to container only. Container to container only. Container to container only. So that case we can use a syntax hyphen hyphen volume, hyphen hyphen volume, volumes, not volume, volumes from and container. From which container you want to attach that path to a particular container. So that case mostly we are using. So this is the syntax. So anyone any doubt here? This is the syntax. So already this is my container. This container already I given some volume path. So that volume path attached to so this container too. That's it. Anyone any doubt here?
No.
Now one more volume is there, right? Bind volume. Now so now Docker software is available here. Docker software available in my instance. Now if I uninstall Docker software, what about my volume data? Now try to understand here. Now my volume data and all saved into the under Docker only, right? Under Docker only. Suppose if I uninstall my Docker in my machine. Suppose if I uninstall Docker software in my machine. So what about my data? What about my volume data and all? We can lose the data, right? Obviously.
Yes, sir.
Now clear, right? So actually volume path, so volumes data and all save under the particular path. I hope you know. So this is the under Docker only. So variable, so we are lib under lib. So this is the Docker software. Under Docker software volume. So under here only our entire data is we are taking backup. That data also persisting in this path only. Now my question is, if I uninstall my Docker software in the machine, what about my data? So 100% you are lose the data. 100% you are lose the data. So even though if I uninstall my Docker software in my machine, I want to persist my data permanently. I want to persist. Can you mute please someone? Hello? Hari Kumar. Can you put on mute please? Thanks. Okay. So now see here. If I uninstall my Docker software in my machine. So here, so if I uninstall means obviously your data will lose. You are losing your data. Even though my software is uninstalled, I want to persist my data permanently. If you want to persist your data, if you want to take up backup permanently, so that case we go for bind volume. So that case we go for bind volume. There is one more volume is there. Already last class we discussed, right? If we come to Docker volume, there is volume and bind volume. So if we see Docker volume, this is the official document. We can understand here. So now this is the volume. Under volume, my data is saving. So even if they deleted, if I removed my software, Docker software in my machine, so how to maintain your data? So that case mostly we go for a bind volume. So that case mostly we go for bind volume. So that case mostly we go for bind volume. So now syntax is very simple only. First try to understand here. So now see here, this is the syntax. So Docker run hyphen it hyphen hyphen container 3. And so earlier I am not giving any slash, right? Just we need to add the slash, that's it. So this file and all save in our file system. Now observe here. So now this is the volume path, right? So this is the volume path. Now, so if you now let me come outside this container. So I'm coming outside. I'm coming outside. So this is the so Docker. This is the lib. I'm coming a variable and I'm coming. So this is I'm in root path. I'm in root path. Here I'm going to create one directory mkdir mkdir. I am giving file system path mkdir. What is this? Mkdir means I want to create one directory. This is the syntax, right? If you want to create mkdir, I am giving so devops backup devops underscore backup. This is my path. This is my path file system path. This is my file system path. So this is my file system path. Now see here ls directory is created. cd space devops backup devops underscore backup. Do we have anything here? No, right? We don't have anything. We don't have anything. Now let me come to here. So how to attach this bind value? Hyphen bind. So bind mount value, right? So this is story bound mount value means. So now the file system directory does not it exist. Docker file already existing. It is created on the so demand. It does not have exist. Bind mount are very uh, performant, but they really on the host missions file system. So mostly it is maintaining in our host file system. Mostly it is maintaining your host file system. Mostly it is maintaining your host file system. Okay. So and having a specific directory structure available. If you are developing new Docker application and all containers using named volume, instead you cannot use Docker CLI command directly manage bind mount volumes. So directly also we can use it. So if we click on volumes, so this and all, and if you come to here, create an image volumes, this is same common story only, container volumes. And so if you want to give, so this is the path. So first directly I am creating this and all. Now let me coming to here. So Docker run. How many containers we have? Docker RMI, Docker PS hyphen A. First let me see. So now Docker inspect ins inspect and my container id. Now if you see here, there is a one path is there. See here mount point. Now if you want to we can check it which is where it is pointing out. See here source path. So this is type equal to volume, name equal to test2, type equal to volume, and destination also this is C1 container. I given container, right? This is the I given container. So like this, if you want to, we can check this one also. So my container pointing to which volume path and all. If you want to know, if you want to know, so this is the already you know, right? What is the command? You know, right? What is the command? So Docker inspect and container ID. If you give Docker inspect container ID, directly we can check it. Let me create one more container. So Docker run hyphen it and I am giving so C3 container and also I am hyphen name, right? Hyphen name hyphen name C3 and also hyphen V and so test3 colon slash and I am giving so C3 underscore data just whatever name Ubuntu. Whatever you want, we can give it. So my container is created. So this is the path C3, right? Now I want to control PQ. Now I want to check it. So Docker inspect which path it is available. Just copy this container ID and paste it here. Now we can see that mount point and all. Now observe here. So this is image name and mount point. See here. So if you see here mount point and type equal to volume, this is the volume and this is my source path and this is my destination path. It is pointing to the destination path. So directly we can see where it is pointing out and all. Okay. So now I want to use the bind value. How to use bind value? So now observe here. What is the syntax bind mount value? How to use bind mount in Docker? This already I shown, right? This is already mount and all. Okay, anyway, come to here. So if you want to create bind value once and all, so this is a command. So Docker run -it container and -d. Just we need to give the your slash only. So earlier I am giving I am volume path, right? Now we need to give your file system path. That's it. File system path. File system path. This is the bind store data your file system host and all. So path automatically reflected containers itself. Now see here. Now I'm creating one more container. So first let me, what is this path? I want this path. Okay. So Docker run -it -name container 5 -v and slash. We need to give your path. This is your file system path. That's it. Mandatory. So if you are not giving, so it is like it is treated as like volume. File system means we need to give slash. So you know, right? Absolute path. This is relative path. So we are giving a relative path colon. Remaining story same only. So remaining story same only. And also we need to give your container path. For example, in container also I am giving a c underscore dev underscore backup. Whatever it may be, that is remaining same on Ubuntu. So now see here container is created. Now see it is created. Coming to here, cd space c underscore cd space c underscore. Now ls. Now we don't have anything, right? We don't have anything. Let me create one file, and this is c5.txt. c5.txt ls. Now I can see one file. Now coming outside, control pq, and coming to your root file system path ls cd space dev cd space mm, dev apps underscore. Now here we can see that file. Now we can see that file. That's it. Now what is the story here? What is the story here? Even though if your Docker software removed, my entire data is safe in our file system. Earlier I am saving my data in my volume path. Right now I am saving my data in our file system path. So manually I created one directory. What is my directory name? DevApps underscore backup. This is where this file is available. Check it. This is under volume or under my file system. Now got it, right? So anyone any doubt here? This is not what, this is not my volume path. This is my file system path. This is a manually I created one directory, and this directory path I attach it to container. So if you want to give bind volume slash, and we need to give your directory name. This is your relative path, right? So slash your local file system path, and this is remaining story same only. Whatever want we can give it. So now I created one file here. Now I have one file. So touch space file1.txt, file1.txt. Now see here two files. Now connect that container docker ps-a. So this is the latest container, right? So let me connect. So docker exec hyphen it hyphen it. Copy this container ID. Copy this container ID. Docker exec. I missed bash, right? Prompt I missed. Okay. So now cd space c underscore dev. Now see here, automatically that file is reflected here also. Automatically that file is reflected. So now clear guys, anyone any doubt here? What is difference between volume and bind volume? Anyone? So now we understand, right? What is difference between volume and bind volume? Now anyone? Already now I explained, right? What is bind volume, what is volume. Now anyone please explain what is bind volume.
Value means if we delete any container, we will lose that data. Bind volume backup will be there, and
Already in volume also backup is there, right? If you remove container, that data and all we can save into the volume path.
okay.
What is main difference? Both are same purpose only, but only one thing. What is difference? Already just now I explained, right?
If we remove the
It's
Docker,
also
If you
OS also remove.
uninstall my Docker software,
Okay, okay.
if you uninstall my Docker software in my instance or in my machine, correct? I want to take actually that volume and all under the Docker only, Docker software. If you uninstall Docker software, automatically volume data loss. Automatically, obviously, the data gone. Now, even though my Docker software uninstalled, I want to maintain my data in my file system permanently in my host machine, not not volume path. I want to save the data in my separate directory path, separate my file system path. So that case we go for Docker bind volume. Now you understand, right?
Yeah.
So earlier that path is different. Variable lib variable lib Docker volume under we can see that volume name. Now I didn't create any volume. Directly I created one directory in my file system. That file system path I attached to my container. Now it's two ways safe. So now container is also deleted, my data is safe. Even my software also uninstalled, my data is safe. Now got it? అర్థమైందా?
Yeah, one doubt. Yeah, after uninstalling the software, how can we get that same data?
సేమ్ డేటా, దిస్ ఇస్ ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్ రైట్.
Same person. Yeah.
ఇక్కడ నా పాత్ ఎక్కడ ఉంది చెప్పండి. ఎక్కడ నా ఫైల్ ఇది, ఈ పాత్ సారీ ఇక్కడ కాదు, ఇక్కడ రండి. సో ఇది నా పాత్ కరెక్ట్. ఈ డైరెక్టరీ నేను ఎక్కడ క్రియేట్ చేసినాను? డాకర్ అండర్ స్కోర్ డాకర్లో ఉందా, నాకు మా ఇన్స్టెన్స్లో ఉందా, వాల్యూమ్లో ఉందా, ఇన్స్టెన్స్లో ఉందా? ఈ పాత్
Inst-
ఇన్స్టెన్స్. ఇప్పుడు నాకు
instance
డాకర్
లో.
సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అన్ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తే నీకేం పాత్ వెళ్తుంది? ఈ పాత్ మాత్రం వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. ఏ పాత్ వెళ్తుంది నీకు?
Okay,
వేరియబుల్ లిబ్ అనేది వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. వేరియబుల్
okay,
లిబ్,
okay,
లిబ్లో డాకర్ అనేది వెళ్ళిపోతుంది డైరెక్టరీ.
okay,
యాక్చువల్గా నా వాల్యూమ్ అనేది ఎక్కడ ఉంటుంది? ఇక్కడ ఉంటుంది, డాకర్లో వాల్యూమ్ ఉంటుంది. సో నాకు
okay,
డాకర్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్ రిమూవ్ చేస్తే నాకు డేటా అంతా వెళ్ళిపోతుంది వాల్యూమ్లో ఉండేది. ఈవెన్ మనకి
okay,
సాఫ్ట్వేర్ అన్ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసినా, సో నాకు ఇప్పుడు ఎక్కడుంది? డైరెక్ట్గా నాకు వాల్యూమ్లో క్రియేట్ చేయలేదు, నేను డైరెక్ట్గా ఒక ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్ క్రియేట్ చేశాను. అంటే మాన్యువల్ ఒక డైరెక్టరీని క్రియేట్ చేశాను. కరెక్ట్? ఐ క్రియేటెడ్ వన్ డైరెక్టరీ.
okay. Yeah.
సో ఐ క్రియేటెడ్ వన్ డైరెక్టరీ. దిస్ ఈస్ డిఆర్ ఓన్లీ. ఆల్రెడీ వి సీన్ రైట్. సో ఎల్ఎస్
Yeah.
hyphen LA. I created manually one directory. So this directory I attached to that container. Yeah. So this is the directory. This is the directory, right? This is my file system directory.
Yeah.
This directory attached.
Okay.
Only syntax will change. Only we need to add a slash. That's it. Remaining same only. Don't confuse here. ఇప్పుడు
Okay.
నేను ఇది తీసేసాను అనుకో,
Okay.
బోత్ ఆర్ సేమ్ ఓన్లీ. ఇప్పుడు వాల్యూమ్ అయిపోతుంది అది. ఈ స్లాష్ పెడితే ఇది ఫైల్ సిస్టమ్
Yeah,
అవుతుంది.
yeah. Understood.
స్లాష్ తీసేస్తానంటే నాకు
Okay.
వాల్యూమ్ అయిపోతుంది. దట్ ఈస్ ఓన్లీ డిఫరెన్స్. రిమైనింగ్ థింగ్ సేమ్ ఓన్లీ. సో క్లియర్ గైస్? ఎనీవన్ ఎనీ డౌట్? వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఇంటర్వ్యూ పర్పస్ అండ్ రియల్ టైమ్ ఆల్సో మోస్ట్లీ వీఆర్ యూజింగ్ దిస్ వాల్యూమ్. వితౌట్ వాల్యూమ్ వీఆర్ నాట్ మెయింటైనింగ్ ఎనీథింగ్. కరెక్ట్? డేటా అనేది మెయిన్ కదా మనకి. మన కంటైనర్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తూ ఉంటాం. సమ్ కామన్ డేటా అనేది మనం కామన్గా మెయింటైన్ చేయాలి. సో మెయింటైన్ చేయాలంటే వేర్ వీ మెయింటైన్ వితౌట్ వాల్యూమ్ వీ కాంట్ సేవ్ వేర్ వీ వాంట్ టు సేవ్, వీ డోంట్ నో. So now for that reason, so there is one concept, volume concept. So now we can use a volume or we can use bind volume. That is our wish. Okay?
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, when we use Docker attach command.
Docker attach. Now we put see here. Let me create one container. Now Docker ps-a. Now what is here default process? Command process bash only, right? Now see here all containers, what is the default process here? Bash only. Now see here
Dash.
Docker exe, we are right, Docker exe. Now I am using a Docker. Now let me Docker attach, and I am giving so -it, and I am giving this container ID, and I am giving so what is this? Bash only. What is this showing? See here Docker attach, spelling correct or wrong?
Spelling mistake, sorry. Spelling mistake. Spelling is correct.
Docker attach, spelling wrong. ATTACH only, correct? We need already is there, right? Where is this Docker attach? Docker attach ATTACH. Attach local standard input, output, and error streams. Someone put on mute, please. Okay, so Docker attach. So now I'm going to create. So generally, if you want to connect Ubuntu related, OS related containers and all, mostly we are using exe. Now see here. Now all are related to OS only, right? Docker ps-a. All are related to OS only. These all are related to OS related, right? So that case mostly I am using Docker exe. Now when we are using Docker attach, now let me create one container. Docker run -d -p, and so Tomcat -d -b. Just I am giving a Tomcat container. Now I am creating Tomcat container. Now if you observe here, so here what is the default process? These containers, this is OS related, right? Operating system. Default process is only bash only. Bash is nothing but shell only. Bash is nothing but shell only. Now container is created. Now see, observe here Docker ps-a. Docker ps-a. Now if you observe here, default prompt, what is the default process here? Catalina.sh. Catalina.sh. This is the Tomcat. Now Docker run -d -p, and I am using so p, small p already is there, right? So anyway, -p Jenkins. I given Jenkins. Now if you observe here, this, what is this? Docker run. That image is not available / Jenkins. Okay,
Jenkins/Jenkins.
Jenkins / Jenkins. Okay. Now if you observe here, now this OS related default process is the bash only. That is the shell only. Now if you come to Tomcat, what is the default process here? Catalina.sh, they are giving some run and all. And if you come to here, now I created one more container, right? So Docker ps-a. So what is the default process for Jenkins? See here, user/bin, the tiny something. This is the default process ID. This is the default process ID. Correct? Now I'm connected to my Jenkins server. See here, Docker exec, Docker exec -it. I am giving my ID.
So EXEC, MSC.
exec -it. exec -it and container ID. So actually here, what is the default process here? Something user and all, right? But here I am connecting bash only. Here I am connecting bash only. Now, so generally if I use exit means, what is, anyone guess? If I use exit, what is happening? Exit. If I use exit, what will happen?
Exit dollar to previous.
No. If I use exit
Stop.
command, container will stop or it will running.
Stop.
Container stop.
Yeah, stop.
Container stop. What about others?
Container exit.
Container exit, okay. Container, we are coming from container, okay. But container is running or it will stop mode.
Sorry, yeah, container will running, but we are
Running.
exiting from container.
Why?
Container will running.
Why it is running? Now see here, control PQ.
We
So Docker, sorry, Docker PS hyphen A. Now Docker exec hyphen it, and I am giving bash. Correct? So now it is running container. Now what is this? 62, right? 83. This is running only. Now I am using exit. Exit means now Docker PS hyphen A. Now check the status. What is A? This one? 83, right?
Up one.
Let me now check it. Where is it? Is still it is running. Where is status? 83, right?
yeah running. It's up na.
It is upping. Okay.
83.
No, it's going up, sir.
16 minutes. That is actually it is coming to now. I close that prompt, right? Bash prompt. Why it is running still? That is not updated actually. So Docker exec xec exec hyphen it, and I'm giving one more. But actually, this is the default prompt is shell only, right? Now I'm removing that shell
Yeah.
only. I'm close that shell. So exec hyphen container ID. So now copy
We are
this.
exiting only. We are not stopping the container. Na? That's why container is up. We are not stopping that container. Na?
Here we are confusing. Docker run hyphen it Ubuntu. Ubuntu. Okay. Now this is the running container 0 FD, right? Now I'm using exit command. Now Docker PS hyphen A. Now check the status. What is the status? Now Docker run hyphen it. There is bit confusion here. Docker run hyphen
So
it
now it is exited, sir. Up one.
Ubuntu.
0
Now I
FD.
have given Ubuntu. Now here I am giving Docker run hyphen it Ubuntu. What is this? Unable to find the image latest locally. Reason respond demand will full access denied for the Ubuntu. Actually, maybe in that Docker RMI. Let me remove all these things. We'll get clarity. Now I think space is go. Multiple images are done, right? Docker RM space hyphen F.
Docker spelling mistakes, sir.
DOCKR Docker RM hyphen F. So Docker PS hyphen AQ. I deleted all these things. Don't confuse here. Now Docker RMI hyphen F dollar Docker images hyphen Q. Now I deleted all images also. Okay, now everything clear. Clear the screen. I don't have anything. Now, so Docker images, I don't have anything. Docker PS hyphen A, I don't have any containers. Now I'm creating one container. Docker run hyphen it. Docker run hyphen it. I'm giving Ubuntu. Okay. So now okay. Now I'm using control PQ. Now it is stopping and running state.
Without
Stopped or
stopping exit.
that is running state only. Control PQ means without stop the container
Without
coming
stopping.
outside. Now I'm using
Yes, sir.
Docker run -it Ubuntu. Now I'm using exit, exit exit. Now check the status both ps-a. One is running, one is stopped, exited. Now got it right?
Yeah, up one container ID ending number
Okay,
27 is
exited.
exited.
Now I'm creating, see here, docker run -it, docker run -it, Jenkins, sorry, docker run -it, -t, -p, Jenkins. Now I'm running, so Jenkins container. What is docker run?
Jenkins.
Name also I given J1, and also image earlier that is Jenkins only. Now they are given Jenkins/Jenkins. Okay. Now it is pulling. Now here default process is not bash, not shell prompt. The default process is different. Now observe here,
Deprecation Jenkins.
docker ps-a deprecation. Now it is running only, right? Now see
Yeah,
here
it's
command.
running.
What is the default process? User bin something they given like, correct? Now first time I am connecting docker exec -it. Now what is this container id? Container id, and I am giving I want to connect bash shell prompt only. I want to connect it. Now it is connecting. Now I am using exit only. So generally if you use the container exit means container goes exit state, right? That is stop state, correct? Now I'm using this one. Even if I use exit also, now check the status ps-a. Now still my Jenkins server is running because default process is different one. But I connected bash prompt, that is shell prompt. I closed that shell prompt. Now what I need to do, see here, docker attach, docker attach, docker attach. Now I'm using container id. Already this container is opened. I closed this prompt. Now again I want to connect this container. Again I want to connect this container. So that case we can use attach command. So that case we can use attach command. Let me, I need to give prompt also, right? So /bash. What is this? Docker attach. What is the syntax? IT.
కొండయ్య
Mm.
యుబంటూ ఒకసారి క్రియేట్ చేయ
Docker Ubuntu
మాత్రమే క్రియేట్ చేయి
-it.
ఒకసారి క్రియేట్ చేసేయి దానిలోకి వెళ్ళిపో
ఆల్రెడీ దీంట్లో ఉన్నాను.
అంతే ఎంటర్ కొట్టేసి ఆ నుంచి ఎగ్జిట్గా ఫస్ట్ ఐడి చూసుకో, కంటైనర్ ఐడి చూసుకో, డాకర్ పిఎస్. ఇప్పుడు డాకర్ అటాచ్ ఐడి ఇచ్చేయి. డాకర్ అటాచ్ ఆ యుబంటూ ఐడి ఇచ్చేయి.
డాకర్ అటాచ్.
అది కూడా స్పెల్లింగ్ తప్ప.
కరెక్ట్ అండి.
నువ్వు ఒక కంట్రోల్ పీక్యూ నుంచి బయట రావాలా, నువ్వు అట్లా రాలా కదా.
మన టాప్లో ఉన్నాం కదా ఇప్పుడు.
స్టాప్లో ఉండకూడదు, రన్నింగ్ కంటైనర్స్ మాత్రం అటాచ్ పనికొస్తుంది. అది కూడా ఏంటి, యుబంటూ ఓఎస్ రిలేటెడ్ మాత్రమే.
ఓఎస్ రిలేటెడ్ ఓకే. నేను చెప్పే స్టోరీ వేరే స్టోరీ అనమాట.
దాని సెట్ కాదు,
జెంకిన్స్ సర్వర్ ఉంది కదా,
వర్క్ కాదు
జెంకిన్స్ సర్వర్.
ఓన్లీ ఓఎస్ రిలేటెడ్ అటాచ్.
సార్ మీరు చెప్పింది వేరే సార్, లక్ష్మీపతి సార్.
మా బాబు అటాచ్ అనేది దానికి తప్ప దేని పనికిరాదు. ఫండమెంటల్ రూల్ అది.
docker ps ఫస్ట్ డాక్యుమెంట్ ఏముంది దీంట్లో అటాచ్ లేదా దీంట్లో డాక్యుమెంట్ అటాచ్ లేదా ఎవరైనా సెర్చ్ చేస్తారా backward okay let me check it here syntax what is money we are giving proper or docker attach and docker attach option -d they are giving a to z slash docker run -d they are giving ps మీరు చెప్పేది ఓన్లీ ఓఎస్ రిలేటెడ్ అంటారా
ఒక్కసారి మళ్ళీ క్రియేట్ చెప్తా. కంటైనర్ క్రియేట్ ఇంకోటి క్రియేట్
ఆల్రెడీ
చేయి.
ఉందిలే ఇక్కడ ఎగ్జిస్టింగ్ ఉంది కదా
రన్నింగ్ లో ఉండాలి నీకు.
రన్నింగ్ లో ఉంది
ఉందా?
రన్నింగ్ లో
ఇబంటూ రన్నింగ్ లో ఉంది.
ఓకే
డాకర్ అటాచ్
కనెక్ట్ అయింది
ఇది రూల్.
ఇది ఒక సినారియో నెక్స్ట్ సినారియో అంటే సో కంట్రోల్ పీక్యూ నేను ఆల్రెడీ ఇప్పుడు దీంట్లో ఉన్నాను కదా టామ్క్యాట్ సర్వర్ టామ్క్యాట్ ఏ ప్రాంప్ట్లో ఉంది అది డాకర్ పిఎస్ ఐఫన్ డిఫాల్ట్ ప్రాంప్ట్ వచ్చి వేరే ప్రాంప్ట్లో రన్ అవుతుంది ఇది సో ఇప్పుడు నేను ఎలా కనెక్ట్ అవుతున్నాను సో డాకర్ ఈఎక్సిసి ఐఫన్ ఐటీ అండ్ ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ సో మై కంటైనర్ ఐఎమ్ గివింగ్ మై కంటైనర్ and I am connecting bash prompt exec not running exit type నేను ముందు so this is also one scenario let me create the fnd -p tomcat so here default process is the different prompt default process అనేది మనకి వేరే దీంట్లో రన్ అవుతుంది now I am connecting bash prompt and again I am closing bash prompt again I want to connect the same container so that case also we can use attach command let me check it whether it will work or not so now here Catalina so it is running a different prompt right now first I am using so docker first I am using so docker exec -it and I am giving my container id so what is this one only right container id paste it and I am connecting bash prompt so now I connected so tomcat bash prompt right so now see here again I am using even if I use exit also it won't stop here it won't stop here because that process is different right so docker ps-a still the tomcat server is running now I can use so docker attach now already that is opened right now again I want to connect the same thing docker attach I am using my container id if already opened but that prompt is different so but that prompt is different but here also here we can pass something again I want to connect the same prompt so that case also we can use attach command so mostly attach means if already that prompt is opened you closed I connected a bash prompt just I closed but really that is running a different process right so again I want to connect that particular container id so that case also we can use it else we can say what is difference between exec attach. So in case if you are connecting our terminal to an existing container like read process and all, where the exe command starts totally new container. So other case exe is the form some run command which is itself just a shortcut to create start. It is already you can use for first time we can use exe. What is happening here? So this case also we can use. So we need to pass something, I don't know. So I will check and let you know. So this case also already if you connected to your container, next time if you want to connect the same terminal, that case also we can use a Docker attach. Now clear? Now if you already OS related container running and all, directly we can use Docker attach that container ID. Now this is these container servers and all running different default process. Even if you use Docker exec that bash prompt, so that server won't stop. Default it is running. This process ID is different. This default process is different. Now still that is running. Now again I want to connect this same container. So that case also we can use this one. But let me check it. We need to pass some arguments and all. So attach and all. Okay, clear guys? Clear Nagarjuna?
Okay.
Okay, so mostly that case also we can use. We can pass some arguments also. Do not attach the STN, keeping and sign proxy all. STDN is container ID. Tomcat. Yes, unknown shortcut flag N hyphen
One
hyphen N.
more hyphen is there. One more hyphen missing.
First one, no more hyphen. You cannot attach stop. Already that is first start. Now it is started. Stopped. Okay. No STDN means what is here? They given like do not
No
attach.
standard input.
Do not attach standard input. I don't want to connect. We can pass something. I don't know which one. Okay. I will check and I'll let you know. So this case also we can use attach also. So anyone any doubt?